Okay, I think we are live. I was having some problems with connections. Welcome to Dream Career Academy. I am Dr. Jackie Marquette, and I'm going to be offering some weekly videos and offering tips on how to prepare for a career, a job, employment, just to have a discussion about this and how to move through adversity on your journey to your the career choice that you have. I think I'm going to put my glasses on. Okay, I am live. Okay. Pardon me, this is my first time doing a live video on Facebook. Tap the magic wand to try one on. Okay. Okay, as I said, this is Dream Career Academy. I am Dr. Jackie Marquette, and I'm going to be offering weekly videos and tips on finding the right job that meets your individualized strengths. And this is for anyone who's 14 and over. My focus on career and all of my background has been in special education and in career education. And I have developed tools, and I've worked with hundreds of clients to help determine their strengths and to find out how those strengths can merge with a job or a career of their choice. So my work is about helping people connect to jobs, but even more than that, how to help them maintain work, employment afterwards, because there's a lot of adversity out there in the world, and making good choices, having self-advocacy, speaking up for yourself is important. And I was saying that it's for individuals who are 14 and over. We can't start too early with our kids. 14, they need to be already exploring careers, looking at their strengths, and starting practice and all of that. So it's for individuals. My work has been based in autism, Asperger's, and those with diverse challenges. So there's not one disability. It's just that it's more focused on the individual and his inner resources. This is also for parents, teachers, professionals who have clients or students who want to help them develop a career path. And it's also for employers who will be hiring individuals with disabilities, and how to best see their strengths and use their strengths in the workplace and support their needs. Okay, you can only start where you are. So wherever you are right now is a perfect place to begin with career education. I recently had an email from a client that said, oh my God, I am now being paid I've been offered to play the piano at a wedding. And he was so excited that, he's going to get money for this. So this is another example of, we do need to look at strengths in order to be in the work that we love and do what we enjoy, because the pathway to, no, you just got to suck it up and just do stuff that will bring in money, whether you like it or not, won't work very long, and it will fall short. So strengths, in my opinion, are everything. And if you were going to go on a trip to California, this is an analogy, you would need a map to know how to get there. And good career assessments on your best strengths are so important for this process, or you won't know where you're going. You'll just there may be, there's always the issue, do I disclose or not disclose my disability? Do I just take a job for the sake of earning some money, even though I know it's not right for me? Like flipping hamburgers at McDonald's. Not that that's a bad job. It might be perfect for somebody else. But if you don't like a lot of confusion and a lot of people moving around you, it just may not be the long-lasting job for you. Okay, So I promised you 4 areas to look at your strengths. The first one is hard skills. And this has to do with, it has to do with like academics, training, how far you want to go in your career or your career choice with your strengths. But I wanted to say one thing. 2 different people can have the strength, let's just say in mathematics. One is very driven to go to college, get an advanced degree, and uses advanced skills in math to become an accountant or, to move, to work in those capacities. Another may have strong strengths in math, but much isn't driven to that level or may not be able to reach that level. But with the strengths that he does have, may be able to apply it to being an assistant to a bookkeeper, may be able to apply it to entering data into the computer, and thus both have the same strength but are in different levels, but are using their strength in work that they love and enjoy. So the first is hard skills, anything to do with reading. Think about training for certifications, those types of things. The second one is self-expression. And many of my clients, and it's all over the media, how individuals with autism have special strengths in, the arts, are very musically gifted on the piano, instruments. I know one of my clients could compose music extremely well, and another one could hear could tune lots of instruments because he could hear perfect pitch. So we have strengths like that in self-expression, whether it be visual arts, graphic artist, just thinking creatively. So there are a lot of strengths in those areas that people can use to develop self-employment businesses or to assist other artists. It just goes on and on and on. There are many capacities to do that. So it's very important that you know your self-expression strengths. And the third is personal preferences. Personal preferences are key to being able to keep your job or to be able to be effective on the job. And these have to do with, what do you prefer in the environment? Like I gave the example of McDonald's, you may not do well with bustling coworkers all around you. You may not do well with harsh lights, so you wouldn't do well working on a factory floor. You may have a strong preference to work outdoors, and this could also include winter weather, heat in the summer, and you have to think about the kind of jobs that would put you outdoors if that was your preference. So one example would be to be a forest ranger. Now I know that's how many jobs are there for forest rangers, but that is one example that you wouldn't mind being outdoors, or you would probably love having a job like that. So personal preferences, there are so many of them, and it's very important that you look at all of your personal preferences in order to be effective on the job. And then lastly is self-emotional awareness. This is so key to just as personal preferences. It's so key to develop the skills to be able to manage day-by-day job. It requires you to know yourself so well, to know, well, for example, if you're working on a job and a coworker comes over, you're supposed to be a team, and he leaves you with most of his work and your work to do, and just says, so long, I'm going to go off over here and do what I want to do, and you better do both of our jobs, you know, or the boss is really going to get mad at you. You know, that's just off the top of my head. I'm thinking of this example. You know, you have to know, it's very important that you know what your next step is. How do you handle this? Do you immediately just go off and get in an argument with this coworker? Or do you, you know, do you go to a mentor and talk with that person about the next step? Or do you go and barge into your boss's office and says, I'm not doing his work. You know, I don't know what is the right answer. This is very important for you to consider, you know, what are the decisions and choices you make on the job to keep your job, but most importantly, to be safe on your job. So much of this work is about, you know, being safe. And I have written a whole motto called Safety Works. And it's about identifying strengths and developing self-emotional awareness. S-A, and F is fostering emotional stability. And T would be is so that you can transform yourself and be able to be effective on the job. So that's Safety Works model. So those are the 4 areas that are so very important to look at strengths. And hop on my website, and there is a link that I sent you that you can give me your information, your email, and I will send you follow-up activities for you to do after each video, so that if you want to develop and practice, you can. There's also, you can also take the assessment. There are 177 different strengths across those 4 areas. Find out what your strengths are. And for the next 3 days, January 1st through the 3rd, I'm going to have, you know, it reduced to 50%. So all you have to do is enter the code SAVE50, S-A-V-E 50. So go hop on there and look at that, or just hop on and read some of my blogs. You know, all of information is very helpful in guiding youth to their careers and to, you know, what they can do. Okay, my next video will be being comfortable in your own skin, and it will be more about personal preferences for a career job. I hope you will join me next time, and I will be in touch through Facebook. Thank you for joining me.